So, this is Gozer.
Yes. Hi.
That's, Lady Cherub.
Hi.
And that's a severed arm.
Oh, hello there.
They're very vicious.
And hello there to you.
And we're recording.
We're here for B-Movie Den.
Episode 4.
Episode 4, I'm trying to think of this is the Dream Master. This is
the Dream Master, or In Space for Leprechaun,
yes.
Critters.
Yes.
Any other movies go in space in part 4?
No.
No. Just those two.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're here. We're gonna do another movie. Last month we did
Leslie Nielsen's Hot Shot.
Hot Shot, which got controversy for the word Hot Shot.
Oh yeah, so I actually got a warning. Apparently, Hot Shot was banned from a website. I don't know how. So somebody banned us from that for that word, just that episode.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So instead, we're gonna hopefully this one's not gonna be as controversial. So Gary, I think it's your turn to pick out a hat. So I think that you should do the honors.
Demented Death Farm Massacre from 1971.
And we're back after watching, what was it called?
Demented Death Farm Massacre from 1971.
And we watched this because usually we watch our stuff on DVD, but this was an Amazon pick, so we watched this on Amazon Prime.
Well, it's not that we usually watch it on. It's really funny. All the movies that I've added to this list, it's like a 2-to-1 ratio of online choices to DVD choices, but the first 3 have all been DVD choices so far that we picked out of the hat. So this is our first online choice.
Yeah, so you can watch it after this. You can watch it.
You can watch this on Amazon.
We watched the actual Demented Death Farm Massacre edition. There's another edition that's a recut called what? Dead Birches?
No, it's the one we watched is actually the recut. The original version is called like Honey Britches or something like that.
Honey Birches, yeah. Something like that. So we watched the one that's an hour and 22 minutes, not the one that's an hour and 18 minutes.
Yes, and all the recut is that like Fred Olin Ray got the rights to it and then recut 5 minutes of John Carradine.
Yes.
As what was it, Judge Death?
Or just creepy narrator guy in Dark Room.
Yes. And just he has little bits where he's like, yes. You can
the Lord cometh and the Lord taketh away.
It's like, yes, it's like the wicked will be punished today. It's like, all right, Mr. End of your career, looking like you're about to die sitting there.
Yeah, like John Carradine, there was John Carradine was the first credit, and I told you, he's going to be in one scene.
He's sitting in one room. It's like...
But luckily he was in many scenes, but it was a total of maybe 5 minutes of talking.
They filmed his stuff in an hour max.
Yes, that's the version we watched. If you wanted to watch it after this talk about it.
It's available on Amazon and Tubi TV.
Let me get my phone. I did write some notes on this. I'll say, this movie, I was like, oh no. The first minute or two, the quality was oh no. And we
were watching going are we watching Redneck Zombies?
It wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen, but also it was not the most interesting. It was very... I'm not saying it was okay. I'm more saying, in judging on B movies, it was down the middle.
This was very classic 70s, drive-in movies, double feature, triple feature films. Very much it's oh, okay, this might be the middle or the last movie where people really aren't paying attention. They might have gotten their drink on by this point. Yeah.
Let's not forget about the title sequence where it goes, Demented!
Death! Farm! Massacre! ... No.
And there's this Massacre ...
Yeah, Massacre ...
And then
the
big splat that says
Demented, the movie.
Demented Death Farm Massacre, ... the movie! Because I thought we were watching the musical.
And I thought maybe we might have been watching a show or a documentary, because you never know.
Like, the movie, and the splat was like, there's like 5 words you gotta read, but it's only there for like 1 second and it's gone. So if you didn't read it, sorry.
Yeah, it's because, if you didn't catch, the first part of this, then you're pretty much screwed.
And basically this movie is shot 2 ways. It seemed like the first half of the movie was filmed by one cinematographer, and then the second half is filmed by a totally different cinematographer. What I mean is, or the close-up shots they had in the first half are awful. And they had to cut, because a lot of the dialogue in the woods in the first half is just all mediums, all wide shots.
It's all medium and wide shots.
Yes.
It's like
there's
we
no
only
close-ups.
And then they get to the farmhouse, and they're all close-ups because, you can't take a wide shot.
It's also very shaky cam.
Yeah, you can't take a wide shot when the house you're filming in is only like 10 by 10 feet.
Yes.
But everywhere else is like 15, 20 foot, 50 foot shots. So,
yeah.
And then it's like you don't have a close-up for 20 minutes, and then it's just like, 20 feet shot, 15 foot shot, 10 foot shot, 30 foot shot, all actors in one spot, and then hello.
Yeah, it's all shaky and stuff, and sometimes it's a little nauseating.
Yeah,
the editing is very iffy at best. It seems like this was directed by 2 people actually.
Well, it only
written, directed, produced, and directed by.
Well, Fred Olin Ray only directed the recut with John Carradine.
Okay.
So that's the reason why his name's on this.
Okay.
He didn't direct the 71 version. He only directed the recut.
Yeah, they're in the woods. There's a lot of walking.
Oh yeah.
Walking and walking and walking. So this all deals with 4 jewel thieves.
So what you're saying is that this is Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Without
Lord of the Jewels.
Lord of the Jewels without the ring.
So they follow these 4 thieves that stole jewelry. By the way, we're not told where they stole them from.
We had no idea where the hell this movie took place until the last 5 minutes of the goddamn movie.
All we needed to know was they needed to get to Florida. But we didn't know, are they in South Carolina, North Carolina,
were they in California?
Georgia, Louisiana?
Were they from Canada?
Yeah, because we don't know where they stole the jewels from at first. They're like, where did they steal them from? Los Angeles.
You know what? We're not going to tell you where they're from until the end of this review. Yeah. Right before we tell you what our thoughts on what we gave this movie, we're not going to tell you where they're from because... Seriously?
They didn't tell us.
They didn't tell us until like 2 minutes before the credits rolled.
This movie is also not really great to women.
Oh, this movie is terrible towards women.
Yes.
Like, women are abused.
We went 30 minutes and then the boyfriend smacked on his girlfriend. We have them being like,
talked down to.
They're always.
They're whores.
Oh, we started the first.
The first woman you meet is
a harlot.
Yes, is a harlot.
It's a prostitute.
Yeah.
Miss Jezebel, not Jezebel. Jezebel.
I told you before, Harlan. Don't call me. It's not Jezebel. It's Miss Jezebel.
Harlot. Yeah, and we found there's also. Let's not talk about. Was it Harlow Craven? What's his name?
Yeah, it's like Harlan Craven.
Harlan Craven, which is a great name, and there's his friend Toby. Who works with them? They do moonshine.
Yeah, they make and sell moonshine.
And then we have the other woman. It's just always like her boobs are out, and she's wearing short shorts, and just like, And then you have Ruby Sue.
Yeah, Ruby Sue Craven, who is Harlan's wife of 4 days.
Yeah, and she is kind of like
who was sold to him in trade because her father owed a debt of $200.
But my point is, like, she is kind of an innocent character, and then she's just a whore. Like, you think, okay, this character is going to rape her, but then she's like, she wants all of it. She wants it. And you're just like...
Oh, once she's kissed, she's like, oh my god, because Harlan hasn't kissed her, and it's the first time she's been with a man. So it's just like,
she's an unfaithful woman. Let's just say that. I'm not going to say she's a whore... or anything like that, but she is... I understand how they treat people. Like, they call them bitches. It's really not good to women. And you can argue...
It does not show women well.
You can argue that...
So, for all the movies we've seen so far, has not treated women well.
Yeah.
It has not shown them in a positive light.
Well, Deadly Prey was decent.
It did have that one scene of rape, and then it ended with killing the wife. Spoiler.
Oh yeah, never mind. Totally forgot the ending of that one. Anyway, this one, like, they had the ending is like, yay for a certain character, but you're like, she was not painted in the right light for most of the movie. She's been treated like an airhead. Like, I don't know, is this glass? And then everyone's like, no, it's diamonds. And she asked it 3 times.
She was told multiple times it's diamonds. It's like, it just looks like broken glass to me.
Oh my God. And she's like, I'll gladly find your clothes while you hold us hostage.
It's like, it's worth more than $1 million. It's like, that seems like a heap of money. It's like, well, you were sold for $200. It's like,
and she's not the greatest actress. Oh. Let's not forget Gary.
Only did 2 movies, 9 years apart. This was the first one.
So she, little spoiler here, she accidentally kills someone, and then Kirk is like, what's he say, Gary?
Oh, Jesus, this is like, she's dead!
She screams, and she looks at the camera mid-scream.
Directly looks at the camera.
And then cut, and then just like...
It's just... And a lot of the cuts are basically like... It's like, okay, we're on the actors, and then cut away.
Oh no, it's just not a cutaway. It's just whoosh,
yeah,
and then just cuts, and then.
But it's like every single edit. That's how it takes place. And that it goes from like we're taking off the actors, and now we're cutting away from the actors, and then we take the cut.
Yeah, they take the cut mid-turn, mid-pan.
Because they didn't know how to do a proper edit.
Yeah, and then they do their fade to black on some things. So sometimes they're like. When they're doing in the morning,
I'm guessing they have.
We're gonna hold you hostage for breakfast. Make us breakfast or whatever. Hold you hostage, and then they cut to later at night. They're still sitting there. I was like, "Is it nighttime now?" I don't know.
But they're still eating breakfast. But it's like, but you can tell that they're doing morning for night. It was filmed at night, but they're doing it as a morning shot kind of thing. So it's just.
Oh, let's not forget about. All the great action scenes. The great action scenes that had to be shot in slow motion.
Oh, basically...
Every single action scene where shit's actually like, oh my God, shit is going down, and then nothing.
Well, it could be worse.
Especially the piece of shit Kirk. He gets a brutal, like, he's like, Toby catch and throws the gun.
Oh, wait. Before that... Kirk has the gun on Craven, and it's just like points it in his face, and he goes like, "Oh, what's that?" He goes, "You think I'm gonna fall for that? Is that even a real gun?" Yeah, look at it, and he takes it from Kirk, and Kirk's like, "Now be careful. Now it's loaded." He actually just fucking hands it to him, and then he throws it to Toby, and then they do ring around the Rosie around the table like 3 times
in slow
motion, and then he is like while he's over there. Toby flips the table at him, to which he's like, ooh, in slow motion.
And then pitchfork. We don't see the impact.
We don't see the pitchfork. He gets like stabbed at twice with the pitchfork, which blood on the tines, and then like the second or third one,
right in the throat,
goes right in the throat, which is in all honesty. A good brutal death.
It was cool, yeah.
Yeah, what I say is like, oh, he's gonna die.
Keep in mind, this is an hour and 10 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, and we're waiting for the massacre. We're waiting for the massacre.
Then we have, there's chase, then they run over the one woman, which we don't get a thud.
We don't get anything.
She could have moved out of the way, we don't know, and then it goes to the great chase scene.
It should have been a Benny Hill music playing over the goddamn chase scene, because that's how bad it was.
Oh, the chase scene had a bunch of banjo music, and literally we were behind someone's windshield for like a minute or two. Like, oh my God. And then the chase. So the British guy, Phillips, is chasing them around. And he falls!
Oh yeah,
he falls!
He was the classic 70s and 80s woman in the woods running from the killer. Tripped and fell over nothing, but he was the one doing the hunting. He wasn't being hunted. He tripped and fell over nothing, chasing after somebody, which you never see in a movie. And then, you never see the hunter falling.
And then you push, I guess the whole idea was like he's not used to the woods. He might have got lost, but he found him real quick. Toby gets a bear trap.
He found him because he heard him screaming. That's why he found him.
Right into the bear trap, and then Toby gets his head blown off. But what? When he's like bang,
and he goes like.
Yeah, right when he gets killed.
It took him like. He almost had the Pee Wee Herman death from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
The movie, we keep cutting down to John Carradine saying some quote from the Bible or something.
Yeah, it's just John Carradine being, Dr. Death, Judge Death, whatever. And it's just... we're just...
We keep
waiting for the massacre, and it's just taking...
There's no massacre!
We're expecting, I know there's only, 7 characters in this movie. Well, 8 if you want to count Jezebel.
Yes. Who she's never seen out from again.
Yeah, you only see her the one time, so it's like, okay, are they going to, end up at her place? I mean, they're running through the woods, maybe...
She might be like, she's disappeared, where's my moonshine? We gotta investigate.
But, yeah, it's just like...
it ends with Ruby Sue like, oh, you're going to take the money and run, Harlan, not so much. And then she shoots him. We don't see the shot.
But you hear it. But we're just going like...
it's a purple freeze frame of Harlow. Was he shot? Or was he like, yeah, I'm holding the diamonds?
It's like, it says underneath, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away.
And it's in purple, and the font is pretty much in purple too. So we don't.
It's like royal purple font over a slightly medium purple color. So it's really, really ridiculously.
And it holds there for maybe a minute or two. And you're like, okay, this is the end credits. Cool. Cut the John Carradine, and it's like,
don't you like happy endings? I'm like. If she walks off with the diamonds, yes.
Well, we don't know. But yeah. But also, she thinks it's glass. She's obviously not going to make any money from it.
Well, yeah, but he also did lay out what his plans were going to be, which was, okay, so since we're getting towards the end of this is where we find out right before all this is like, okay, it's like what she shows is like, look, like this is where all this little broken pieces of glass that they had was. It's like, you dummy, this isn't glass. This is them jewels that they stole up from New York. And, it's like, oh, such Big Red, he wanted to retire up in Charlotte. It's like, okay, we now know that the jewels are from Charlotte, and north is Charlotte, the jewels are from New York.
Yeah, they say the jewels are from New York.
And that Big Red retired up in Charlotte, which is just over the border in North Carolina. So the thieves were trying to get to Florida. So they're in either right over the border, right below the border, because Charlotte's 20 miles over the border of North Carolina. So they're in South Carolina or in Georgia. Yeah. So their distance, we have it down to 2 states.
But then to make it more confusing, during the chase scene, you're like, I think that's a Florida tag.
Yeah, because it looked like a Florida tag on the.
So are they in North Florida? Because they're trying to go to Miami. That's specific.
But they kept also saying Florida, but they could have filmed in Florida.
But is the world flat? I don't know, because this movie has got me so confused on where we are, what the setting is, who these people are. We didn't know who the criminals were until maybe 20 minutes. We didn't know the names.
We didn't get their names. We got all of the hillbilly names a good 20 minutes before we got, any of the criminal names. But we also know that they like to use the word automobile. They said automobile or auto or mobile 4 or 5 times before they said car.
Yeah.
So it was pretty much...
So Gary, here's a question.
How many broken pieces of glass?
I was going to say broken pieces of glass. How many broken pieces of glass would you give it?
I would give this a solid 1 out of 5.
Really?
Yes.
I would give it 1.5 out of 5.
I mean, I will say that...
It wasn't miserable, but it wasn't enjoyable.
I would watch this movie for Ruby Sue alone, but... and for maybe research purposes, if we were ever to remake it, if it was in public domain, but...
Hey, if it's public domain and someone wants to remake it, do it. Just do it.
And watch it for the beauty that is Ruby Sue.
And you gotta keep the narrator, of course.
Oh, yes.
Gotta keep the narrator. I gotta watch the movie without the narrator. It might be a totally different viewing.
Oh, yeah.
It might be, Sixth Sense, how the second time you watch is a different viewing, different experience.
I mean,
what this is going to be.
I mean, I found out, that You know, that guy that was dead, that was Bruce Willis the whole time.
What?
No!
What? Anyway, so you can follow us on Twitter at MintCondishMCP. You can follow us on Instagram, MintCondish Productions. You can also subscribe to this YouTube video. You subscribe.
You can like, you can comment, you can make suggestions.
Suggest, yeah. Also, with the YouTube, be sure to subscribe so you don't have to type in B-Movie Den, Mint Condish. You don't have to type it. It's less words to type. You just go to your subscriptions and find the video. Hit the bell so you get notified. If you get notified, it's less work for you. We want to make it easy for you. So yeah, until next month, I am Wade and this is Gary.
And you all are going to be our fellow hotshots.
Too soon.